One. I think we are live
now. Whoa.
Hello, everyone from Lake Wales.
That place in Florida.
Yeah. I was just watching episode 1, and we did from Winter Haven, and now this is Lake Wales.
One of the many places we've lived.
We've moved a couple times since we got together. Anyway, from Lake Wales, live episode number 40 of Keeping It Magical.
I'm having messy ponytail problems.
And that's Melanie. And we're not used to doing morning videos.
It's okay. That's alright.
Anyway, we thought we'd come on. It has been a while since we've done it live. And this one here has been hard at work, creating websites and publishing books and doing all kinds of stuff. And now she's gotten into this new thing with creating memes. I always say that wrong. Memes out of some of the verses and poems.
Since they are ours, we'll call them memes because that's what he calls them.
I've always called them memes, but because that's how it's spelled, Mimi. But anyway,
oui.
I mean, it makes sense to me. So anyway, she's created some beautiful memes. And I think that's going to be a big attraction towards our goals. And not only that, but you've done some beautiful paintings, beautiful drawings that I think that you're going to frame and put into some sellable art. And I think you're just amazing. And I knew it from the day I married you. So tell them about what's going on next week.
Next week, we will be at the Winter Haven Library.
Yes, we will.
And we are going to be doing a book signing for our first book. And that's exciting. I'll tell you more about that, but I have to say that we did an interview last week. It was actually a week ago today.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was reading the rough draft of the interview, it said that Kevin and Melanie met and 9 months later got married and 8 months later published a book. And I thought, I could see why that's how he wrote that down, because that sounds more realistic.
Right. It did sound more realistic.
Then Melanie and Kevin met and 4 weeks later got married and 8 months later published a book. So
it seems like the latter that you just said is the impossible.
Yeah, so all those days when Kevin's like, come on, Melanie, we got to get stuff done. You're just laying around. We're not accomplishing. And I'm like, we're not accomplishing anything?
I do push you.
How fast do you think this is supposed to go?
I do push you, but by the same token, you have spent a lot of your own decision time in doing this. And your methodical ways of doing things are
much different.
Are a lot different than Kevin's. Let's get it done. But we really have got it done.
It's always in progress.
I sat back this morning and I looked back at the last 15 months, or 16 months since we've been together. 15 months. Happy anniversary, 15 months. Just has been a miracle.
We've done as much in 15 months as some people do in 15 years or more, I think.
We really have.
And that's not like a kudos, we're so... It's a testament to the fact that when you are truly living when you're on your path,
right,
and you're doing your purpose and your work that's true to you.
Absolutely.
That it's just, the reason I pointed out is not look at us, we're so amazing. It's just a testament to the fact that when you find that person, when you find that purpose, when you find that path, when you're doing what's true to you, it flows.
Yes, it does. It absolutely does.
It's not that it's easy, and it's not that there's never moments of frustration or work, or that you have to be determined and you have to be committed. But the way that it flows and comes together is so different than the way that it does when you're struggling and trying to force something to come together, that's not the truth.
And that is something really that I think I've learned even more so since we've been together, because the last 4 years I have tried to force things. My first book, I hurried it up, I rushed it through, I got it out of there, but that was really my first book. I had never been to college or anything like that. I had never had a degree in anything. And for me, a airplane builder to write a book was my, you can do anything if you put your mind to it. And it really was my own, because I didn't have a whole bunch of people pushing me and saying you can do anything you want, if you really put your mind to it. You're that smart, you're that intelligent. But to do it, and really it was a self look in the mirror every day and saying, you're going to do this. You're going to make this happen and show the world that you can do something that nobody thought you could do. And the last 4 years have been that example. And I really do believe that in perfect timing, God put us together to be a voice for love, a voice for inspiration, a voice for, if you really do open up your heart and give someone else your love, how amazing it can be. But go on, tell them about next week. Tell them about what's going on.
Okay. So,
I'm just so excited. I'm just like a kid with.
Okay, so if you haven't picked up on this yet, Kevin has. I have a brain that I could be very in the moment, but even being very in the moment, my mind is like 27 tabs open at any given point in time. So my mind is just always, it's thinking so many different things.
It's not so much overthinking; it's thoroughly thinking. I think.
And I just see possibility.
Right.
Like I just see possibility in everything, and beauty, and like just. I don't know how to explain it, but it comes across as if I am distracted and aloof and a little ADD at times.
It's taken a while for Kevin to learn Melanie's ways.
It's really interesting to me, and just another kind of affirmation or confirmation, validation, whichever one of the words you want to choose, that everything in life happens for a reason, because all of this really has given me an opportunity to use the experience, professional experience that I've had,
right,
the educational experience, the life experience. It's kind of like all of these things where I wasn't sure why I was doing this, or why I was in this position, or why I had this job.
That takes
but now all of it's like coming together, and it's like suddenly I have event planning experience. So guess what I'm doing? I'm planning events for us. I have.
That's what's so beautiful about it, because when we met, we just had this feeling like these were steps that we were going to have to take to get to where we wanted to go. And when you got the job, at Bach, and everything was beautiful, and really it did. It gave you experience in event planning. It gave you experience in doing all this stuff and putting it together. Not that you hadn't done that before, but I think it enhanced your ability
my
to do
confidence that. And my ability to do it, my ability to talk to people.
But then circumstances had it, and it really was. It was a set of circumstances, which I do believe you got treated unfairly, but it didn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Because I told her when we met, I said, we're going to have to make changes along the way to get to where we need to go. And some things are going to things are going to happen, and it's going to look like, oh shit, everything's falling apart. Now, how many times has that happened in our relationship?
How old am I?
Since we met.
Oh, I was thinking you were talking about my
life. We lost the car. I let my bike go. We gave up certain things, and we let certain things go so other things that were better could come in. And
when you hold on to things
that were just waiting for us,
and you have to let go of them to make space for the things that are meant to be.
And we really did. We let go of all the doubts and everything else when we got together. And I think it's just been a magical 15 months for me. I can only talk for myself, but just watching you do the things that you do just inspires me every day. And I don't even think you have a clue how much I love you, but yeah, you know, you might be close.
I kind of love you too, if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, I know. I'm just there's this there's I guess this process, because it really truly has been a lot of work. I've watched you sit for hours doing this stuff. I've watched you stay up till 2 or 3 in the morning doing this stuff.
At least all night.
I've watched you come to bed while I was getting up, and I don't think anybody realizes, unless you've done something like this, published your own book, started your own webpage, done all these event plannings and stuff like that, how much work is really entailed. And we just wanted to let you know that, you know, we are going to be at Winter Haven Library, Winter Haven, Florida Library, on the 18th, which is a week from today.
We're gonna have some fun things going on,
and you can maybe even start working on it now. Write one of your own poems and submit it to us.
That's one of the things we really want people to do.
We really do. We want you to open up your own mind and your creativity, and create your own poem, and we will post it on our Keeping It Magical webpage in a group posting, and let other people see your work. Mm-hmm. And we'll also share it on another page we started for
we have
other creators.
I Am a Creator.
I Am a Creator. And we love
we've been getting a lot of action in lately.
Actually, we got over 400 people without even trying to really put people or attract people to the page.
And the whole purpose of it was to give people a platform to share things that they wrote. And people have been doing that, and I love it.
I love it too. It's
awesome.
a very creative page, and people have shared other people's work there. But it really is about supporting each other. Walking each other through this journey called life. And I think God put us together to be an example of what can truly happen if you open up your heart and really follow your heart. Mm-hmm. Instead of, because your mind can really screw especially Kevin's, because
it
I do
reminds me of when I was a kid. I was probably 8 or 9 years old. I used to draw and write all these things. Yeah. Imagine that. It's not like, I mean, I don't do it anymore. But I drew this thing, and I had point A, point A and point B on this paper. And I drew like a real squiggly line, and then a point B and a real squiggly line. And then over here, the destination was like just a smiley face or a heart.
Right.
And it said, as different as we all may seem, we're all trying to find our way from point A or B to...
Right.
And I think that's really how it is. Like, we're all here, we're all on the same journey, but a different version of the journey. And so it's more that we notice that and acknowledge that and recognize that and know that it's okay that all of our journeys are different. That's the beauty of it, is that they're all different, and just...
And it really is your perspective of things too. You know, you can. I could easily look back at all the things that have happened to me in my life, and say, "That's it. I give up. I give up on love. I give up on trying to find someone. I just want to spend the rest of my life alone."
Sometimes it's good if you do.
And
not like give up to the point of I give up, I'm done with life.
Right.
But just give up.
And don't want to be
that thought that you have of what you're looking for, and just let it start over.
But I think sometimes when you do that, and I really was kind of at that point right before I met you. I was like, I'm done with this going out and trying to find something that's not there. I'm just going to relax and let God do His job, because I really did give it all to God 4 years ago. Or almost 5 years ago now, and just said, just guide me, lead the way. But it is about finding yourself, loving yourself, because I was a happy person before we met. There was just one little piece to this puzzle that was missing, and it was you. And I think you felt the same way. There was just this one small piece keeping me from being the best that I could possibly be. And I really do believe if you had never met me, you would never started writing again. You would have never published your work. You would have never gotten it out there. I pushed you to do it because I think you are an amazing talent. You have a beautiful mind. You have a way with words. And you just blow me out of the water, in my opinion, on the quality of your work. But you need to do more of it. Because you really do are a very bright, shining light. And I want to give credit where credit's due.
Likewise. This
book would have never happened if it wasn't for you. And I thank God every day that I met you. Because I truly do believe we were meant to be for a long, long time before we ever met. And I think we both knew.
It's that catalyst.
Yeah.
It's like you can... Oh, our guard dog. Our guard dog's over here. I don't know. She's guarding us.
Scout's in a wrestling match with her dog house right now. But you know, here 16 months ago, you know, I wouldn't have never thought that I'd be married again. Have a mischievous 8-year-old daughter running around.
Oh, she's not mischievous.
And another dog. I was
mischievous junior.
I was pretty much done with all that stuff. And then I looked into your eyes, and
you gotta be careful what you pray for. You might get way more.
But I really did. I saw the future the day we met. I saw our future, and again, which was just so ironic. And if you tell people this story, they'll say, "Oh yeah, sure," but it truly was true. From the very first conversation, we were like K&M, keeping it magic. Mm-hmm. Let's do this. Let's start keeping it magical.
Yeah.
And then a month after we got married in June.
Hey, Kevin, guess what I did?
She wakes me up on January 15th, a month after we've been married, and says, Kevin, look what I did. We started keeping it magical. We got this, and then we got that, and we're going to do a YouTube channel. We're going to do that. All the things that we really started talking about, she just had put into motion.
And he said, Another page.
Now we got Twitter pages and Instagram pages and YouTube channons and
Tumblr and Discord,
Pinterest and all those other things. And almost 3,600 followers on our Keeping It Magical page, and it really has been incredible. Incredible doesn't even give it the justice. But we hope that if you're in the area next Saturday between 3 and 4, even come maybe an hour early, we'll be down there kind of handing out flyers. There's a lot going on that day. There's a lot going on in Winter Haven that day. There's some other... We're going to give away a book. Festivals and we're going to have some yummy chocolates and different things like that. But we do have 100 books on hand to sign and deliver. And some artwork and different things that you might not be expecting. So come join us. Come check us out. We would love to meet some of the people who have followed our page and we've never met, and some of the people that we have met, and we'd love to see you again, especially the ones that came to our wedding. That was kind of I think we announced it like 5 days before we got our marriage license, and we're getting married Saturday. And we did. We got married 5 days later. And invited everybody. Anybody that was walking by. We had bystanders watch our wedding. We had some very special friends, and your mom come to our wedding. And I know more wish they could have made it, and we wish more could have made it. But it was let's do this. Yeah, it wasn't. We didn't plan it and we didn't plan it in a way that we intended to invite people. It wasn't that we didn't want anyone to come. Right. We just planned it. We wanted everybody to come. We wanted the whole freaking town to come, but there was a reason why we did it. There was a sense of urgency, but it wasn't like a sense of urgency because our lives were falling apart if we didn't. We have to do this right now. It was a very inspired, blissful,
joyful, like, sense of urgency. Like, I want to do this right
after
now.
the first 3 days we were together, I said, that's it. Pack your stuff. Come move in with me. And we're going to figure things out together from here on out. And we really did. We decided we were going to do it. We got married a month after we met. And I haven't regretted a minute of it. I've had a few headaches. But here's something else, too. You know, people may say I've heard it, you know, they're theatrical when they come on and stuff like this. No, it truly is true love. And I'll tell you why. You know, Kevin's had some problems with his physical health and neck pains and stuff like this. And if this one didn't love me, she wouldn't have done the things that she's done to try to help me out and make sure that I can live pain-free and try to get the problems taken care of. And that's not the only time. It happened from the first time we met. Mm-hmm. You really do care about me. You really do love me. And sometimes I get, how do I say it, impatient because you're on the phone or you're doing this or you're doing that. And I've apologized for it. But I do. I miss the some of the attention we used to give each other. But there's always another day. There's always another day.
We're together we're together 24 hours a day, by the way.
And that's not enough. It's just not enough.
Except for the one night.
Can't get enough of your love,
Except
baby.
for the one night that you spent in the hospital.
Some things I can't get used to.
Do you realize that? Except for the one night.
No matter how I try.
He ain't listening to
the more you give, the more I want. And baby, that's no lie.
Okay, so except for the one night that you spent in the hospital, do you realize that we haven't spent a night apart?
I know, and I wanted out of that hospital bad. I wanted somebody who loved me to take care of me. They were treating me so bad there. No, just kidding. Anyway, again, if you're in Winter Haven next Saturday, which is the 18th, which is actually my first son's birthday. Ding, 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 ding. Which was really a new start for me in my life.
And Valentine's Day is my little sweetheart. I can't actually call him my little sweetheart because he will be 22 and he's never been little. He was my football player.
And
but that's his birthday.
He was born on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And so, you know, things are coming together. But please join us in Winter Haven at the public library for our first ever, but not last ever, book signing. And we look forward to seeing you. And we hope you can make it because I sure would like to give some of you a big old hug and actually meet some of you for the first time. We appreciate you following our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, and please check out Melody's new creation that she has really worked very hard on.
I've never been a web designer.
KeepingItMagical.com.
Never was a web designer, never took a single class, never had a clue if I would design a website.
You think about it. Tell me this wasn't meant to be. Out of all the web domains out there, Keeping It Magical is open.
On every platform.
On every platform. And we just garnered it.
It was waiting for us.
It's ours. K and M, Keeping It Magical. Look, there was our first sign right up there.
It's just hiding behind the tree.
We love you guys. We hope to see you next week.
And every day.
Come give this one a big hug. You can hug me too. I love you guys. Mwah.
Namaste.